Welcome to our Swiftspace product snippet. Today we're going to keep looking at our shape height adjustable table line, and we're also going to look at how we can add our surround privacy panels to it to create a more complete workstation. Like all Swiftspace product, our shape is designed to be set up, taken down in just seconds with no parts, pieces, or tools. Our surround privacy panels are also made to quickly be added and taken away from the station when you need some privacy. In this particular example, we have a 5-foot by 5-foot L-shaped height adjustable station, and we have 52-inch tall surround privacy panels on both sides. The surround privacy panels are available in 20, 29, 41, 52, and 60-inch heights, and the lengths can range from 4 feet all the way up to 8 feet, with custom sizes available. In this particular example, our shape has white powder-coated base with white work surfaces, and our surround panels are in gray elm. Both the work surfaces and the panels can use any of our standard colors, which can be found on our website. So now let's take a look at how we can add some privacy to an otherwise open workstation. We'll start with a 5x5 L-shaped height adjustable table. If you haven't already viewed our product snippet video on how the shape sets up and takes down, I'd recommend you take a couple minutes to look at that one first. Once our table is set up, we can swing our brackets into the position you see here. These brackets ship on the station, folded to the back, and by swinging them out, we're ready to add our surround privacy panels. The first step would be to slide our panel in place and set it into those clamps. So there you can see our first panel is in place. We have one clamp on the inside, and we have one clamp on the outside. The next thing we need to do is add our corner cover. This corner cover would slide in from the right, and when it presses up against the surround privacy panel, we can tighten these screws with either a thumb screw or a set screw to lock it in place. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with the right panel. We're going to slide it in and press it into the corner cover. Once we've attached the screws in the corner cover, we then have our surround privacy panels in place. And that's pretty much it. Our station is ready to be used, and now we have some additional privacy that can be quickly added or taken away when it's needed. I'm also going to go ahead and add some panel extenders. These go on in the exact same way, by sliding an aluminum cover on and then putting our either EZO board or acrylic in the top. We can add some extra height to the surround privacy panels. If it's needed, we can also add a power and data trough. In this example, we've added it to the right privacy panel. So the power and data trough is attached to the panel itself, and you can see it's a dual raceway. So the top is for power, and the bottom is for all of your data and phone lines. The power portion can be used with typical power cords, or we have a hardwire power system, which is 8-wire, 4 circuits, and 80 amps of total power. If we look on the other side, our privacy panel here has a notch for the power and data to travel from station to station. This left privacy panel can be ordered with or without the notch, depending on your configuration. So let's take a look at how we would add more stations to this layout. Our first step is to wheel in another 3-legged height adjustable table. For this example, I'm going to add it to the right-hand side. And once that table's in place, we can go ahead and repeat the same steps to add our surround privacy panels. We'll start by adding the left privacy panel, then we'll add the corner cover, then we'll go ahead and add the right privacy panel, and finally swing in the clamps. So now we have our second table set up, and we may as well go ahead and put in our red EZO board panel extenders. We'll also go ahead and add the power and data trough. So now we have 2 stations set up, and we could repeat this process again and add a third. So now that we have our run of 3 stations, what if we wanted to add in some privacy on the right-hand side here? Well, with our surround privacy panels, we can just add another panel to the side using our corner covers to close in that final station. In this particular case, we would just take our privacy panel, add the corner cover to it, and just slide it into place. So you can see here, that lines up just like that, and then we would screw it in place like all the other privacy panels. So what if we wanted to convert this into a 4-pack? Well, the first thing we would need to do would be to remove this privacy panel as well as the third station. So we'll go ahead and do that, starting with the privacy panel and then the station. So now we're going to take a look over on this side. As I mentioned before, we have a corner cover on each station. In order to convert this into a 4-pack, we're going to swap out our 90-degree connector for a T connector. So by removing this, we can then go ahead and add our T in place. And now we have an additional area to add our next surround privacy panel. I should also mention that these are attached in exactly the same way with either thumb screws or set screws. We'll also go ahead and swap the 90-degree connector here for a T as well. So now that our T connector is in place, let's go ahead and wheel in our table. And once the table's in place, we can go ahead and add our right side privacy panel and our panel extender. We also can add one of our clamps to the right side privacy panel. And we'll simply repeat again with a 4th table. And again, we'll add in our right side privacy panel and panel extender. So just by switching some privacy panels, you can see we're able to completely reconfigure. So that's a quick overview of our shape height adjustable table and surround privacy panels. If you have any other questions, please feel free to visit our website at www.swiftspacinc.com or give us a call at 519-624-9974.